Greetings, I am Live.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together. Alright, so ball, because of ball. But also, we figured out that you can't just leave.
What cure?
Because Issun will not let you.
Why are you so bent on entering Yoshpet? The entrance has been sealed by the Oina Crest. Strangers can't even get in, unless, of course, somebody from the Oina tribe whips up a spell or something. But if you really want to try, then try. I ain't gonna stop you.
Oh, the first time he did stop us.
He really solidly did.
And
also,
we thought it was going to be like, hey, this will happen.
Nobody mentioned that we needed anything to get in there.
No, and she was just like, come with me and do this. And it's like...
I'm like, so now I'm going, but we have somebody who's willing to let us in. So we started, though, down here because we wanted to show you guys something super fun. We mentioned it in the previous one, but oh my god, guys, you can change everyone! It's so good!
Look at this.
So
Look
good.
at that beautiful boy.
Ah!
Alright, so yes, all of them can turn into doggos by blooming them.
Yes.
And it is very good.
It is
Alright, so there is
awesome.
one person down here, right?
In the house.
Yep, so I gotta go to this house. It's very important so that I can show you another good doggo because it's very important in this extremely efficient tour of Okami where we run just straight through the story that we show you all the doggos.
Yep, where all we're doing is just showing off the game.
Yep, totally. This is it.
This is exactly what we're doing.
I just love watching the doggo talk. Look at the little mask on his face. It's so cute.
I love actually, so it is an interesting thing to know that they had prepared dog icons. Like this was a thing that happened, but nobody talks about this.
Like we found it accidentally in a corner when we were looking for advice on something. And it was like someone going, you know, if you bloom people, they do different stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, you're kidding.
Yeah. Well, no idea. So that's where the snowball
that's the
place
snow
is.
park, and then this one's empty.
That's Kai's house. There's nobody there.
Oh, there's a chest here.
Oh yeah, I forgot the chest.
I forgot. I noticed this earlier when I was off screen trying to figure out where the heck I was going, and then I had to come back for it because I didn't do things off screen.
Yeah.
Yay! We've tried not to do things off screen unless we let you guys know about them. And this lovely guy goes back to his house. So after like our good elder is like, by the way, he needs to stay here and protect me. So you are our last hope. You could still make him turn into a doggo.
It's very good.
And we can also look at the chief's house.
He's a librarian.
It's a library. I love this. All right, so anybody who's in like the book fandom, also these rugs are insane. They look like they're glowing. Like they really do.
Alien rugs.
Yeah.
Honestly, there is a strong alien subplot to this game, which is really funny because everybody's like, yes, mystical, you know, Japan, let's talk about mysteries. And then there's suddenly stuff with aliens.
Like outer space and aliens. I mean, if Kaguya wasn't a clue. On the other hand, I guess that's a thing. Anyway, so I felt the need to turn this boy into a wolf because we still are like, your belly suggests sickness. Like you look unhealthy, my bro. And
it's still there.
Whoa, it is.
Yep.
Poor doggy, you are sick. What with your belly?
I've no doubt Laika is in the mysterious forest of Yoshpet.
Yoshpet.
But it is a dangerous place into which we rarely dare venture with the brothers. Please, Shiranui, you must lend us your strength.
Fork.
If we don't have Laika recite the volcanic incantation soon, the land of Kamui will become an icy tomb for us all. I beg you, you must find Laika.
You know what I forgot to do?
What?
I forgot to talk to what's his name. Because I turned him into a wolf, but I didn't talk to him about the thing.
Oh, Samical?
God damn it.
Yeah.
I need to talk to the icicle boy.
So we thought this was funny. Like this is actually apparently where you find out the elder must have summoned you because he wanted you to go to Yoshpet. Don't forget to take that charm if you plan on entering the forest.
And I'm like, what charm?
And we're like, you'll find it at the edge of Lauchi Lake, north of our village.
Yeah, north, like upwards north, not like a compass north. Yeah.
Put a cork in it. We know that already.
Except we didn't know that after the elder told you. So the thing is you'd most likely run into this just after like getting knocked out of the house from Kimu and going, oh, you talked to Samical, and it doesn't make any sense because like we didn't Issun going, we already know about this, and going no, we don't.
We don't really.
The
Neither of
elder
us
didn't
caught
mention
it.
this at all. Like,
Okay, Ammy, let's get going.
well then, let me give you this bit of advice.
Because you're a jerk.
Do not underestimate the land of Kamui.
Never said I did.
I grew up kicking around here being a pain in the ass. Excuse you.
Excuse you? Now cut me some slack already. I'm gonna find Laika, ain't I?
I'm warning you not to underestimate the power of nature.
Ah.
Kamui is a harsh land, with or without the demon's blizzard.
Aye.
But you're a punko. You should know all that, right?
Aye.
Do not get yourself killed by underestimating Mother Nature.
Well, this isn't in red text, so it's not like we're about to hit like a snowstorm or something.
Oh, I mean the snowstorm we already hit?
No, this is regular snow, not a snowstorm. So this gate opened after they, announced
Foghorn
that you're
played it,
allowed
yeah.
to, interact with the village. Do not interact if you are a stranger. So we're heading over here.
Yay!
And I understand that what we need to do once we get to Izufuji. Okay, so the weird thing about this is like, is that a smokestack on the volcano? I need to know. Or is it like a castle built on like the side of the volcano? Like, what's on these mountains?
And the thing is it's on both of them.
That's what I mean.
Which is
like,
super
there's
wild.
2 of them here.
Yeah.
And my friend was correct because that looks like a whole ass boat to me.
And don't forget the chest that is just hanging out there.
Oh, there's a chest.
Yeah, like right there.
Oh, you're right. I totally missed it. Well, you see, I was not paying attention, so
At
that's
all.
fine.
Another civilization.
Well, that could be interesting reading.
Wandering Artist contains useful information.
Just
guess.
useful, I guess.
I guess.
I what? Huh?
Hey, this is the altar where the sacred sword Kutane was enshrined.
Before that asshole took it.
With a ship that has glowing lines running down it.
That looks like a very
weird.
like Tron lines. You're like Tron Vikings.
Yeah, there's a great view of Laochi Lake and Izufuji from here.
Right here. See that lake? And by that I mean that
Frozen.
sheet of ice.
And the giant ship coming out. That's why they come here to pray to the mountains each year.
What I'm getting from that, though, with the way the ice is around it, is that the lake was frozen, the ship crashed into it, creating a bunch of, like, spikes of glaciers, and then everything froze again.
That's possible.
Because you don't just get ice freezing like that around things that are just sitting in a wire.
Really don't.
Too bad the sacred sword isn't here now.
Because I would touch it.
I would!
Ah.
Touch.
Ah, I would smear myself all over it like you put the gold dust on your instruments.
Whoa.
Blah, la, 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 la,
The
la.
altar is also dedicated to the Ark of Yamato.
Aye.
It said the Ark has been frozen in Laochi Lake for countless ages.
I keep getting this experience of, it's extremely, unseasonably, unfortunately cold. It's always frozen here.
Isn't it weird?
I'm not sure which one it is. It's a profoundly intense, horrible cold storm. I hate how cold it is. The vendors complaining about how cold it is. And then going, this is always a frozen wasteland?
Hi.
So how different is it? Anyway, countless ages.
Look, you can see it down there in the frozen lake.
You mean over there? It's not that far down, really?
It's really not.
Like, we're barely above it. You zoomed out and up because we're like down there on the altar.
This is one of those things where you go, the words where we were trying, where your characters are down here, but for some reason your vision's up here. Ammy projecting eyeballs.
Ammy just doing astral projection over here. It's fine. Issun, wow,
Issun
what a
talking
view.
down there going,
It's fine. I'm down here. What's wrong, Ammy? Are you looking where I'm looking? That's the Ark of Yamato. Izufuji and the Ark of Yamato. This is a very sacred place for the Oina tribe.
Not for anyone else, though.
Of course not. Why
Okay, that would be the same thing if we examine again, I imagine.
I-
All right, so part of me wants to go out on the lake, but I'm supposed to go see, like, a man about a key or something.
Yes.
So I'm heading up here.
So again, you can't do anything with the Ark of Yamato if anybody is curious.
Oh,
Tanuki!
babies. Babies?
Babes.
What are they? Eat?
We have so many things.
I'll do fish. They fish. Yay.
Holy cow, I didn't realize with all of our grinding and using Issun that we ended up with that much.
A
Okay,
lot of
guys,
food.
so, like, that is wild. Now, that takes some time to get a lot, but you
But
never
it's
have to
free.
buy it. Yeah.
That's what I said. If I'd have known how that thief's glove worked, I wouldn't have been buying any food ever. I'd have been just saving my coins and been like, loo, 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 loo.
Loo, 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 loo.
Issun will steal it all.
Bear!
Oh, bear. Hello,
With
weird
their
bear.
really weird anatomy. I still
know.
can't put it down. I'm like, I appreciate it. Why is the bear of all of them the most awkward?
The weirdest looking with the tiny little like Mickey Mouse ears and the pointed tail and stuff like that. I'm like, you look weird, baby. And the other bear, the one that stands on the ball, looks great. Like, he doesn't look like this. I mean, I'm not saying he looks perfect, but he doesn't look like that.
Yeah, I think it's like the same model. The thing is that what they designed it for was to stand up.
Mm-hmm, and then it didn't work. Okay, so this
a house
is a house, but also, like, what is this?
What
is... You can't examine this? It's just...
you
can! What is this?
This is Afun Gate.
Afun Gate.
Afun Gate. It is a fun gate.
It is so much fun gate.
You must pass through it to reach Wauku Shrine.
Waka Shrine.
Waka Shrine. Wauka Shrine. But they keep the gate shut tight to prevent unwanted visitors.
In the same way that the whole town had their doors shut tight to prevent unwanted us.
Yeah, pretty much.
We can't have wandering gods.
I can't have wandering anybody's. Okay, so we are going to see another dog in here, because
yes!
I am sure this person is also hang on.
What is
that?
Oh,
you have birds on your head?
What's
I had thought those owl, like things that we saw were like
Lechku
the demons.
Yeah,
aren't those the bad demons? Why would you have, like,
owls
of them on your... Are those alive?
Oh my god, I think they're
Are
alive.
those alive?
Okay, guys, here's my other question. Why are the wings out in the model, but not on the head?
Yeah.
I know things are different, but I'm a little confused.
It's also weird that they're holding one wing out. Pooh! I know who you are.
This is very extra.
Yes! That divine look of yours is unmistakable. And the divine instruments swirling about you. You're the legendary white wolf Shiranui, aren't you?
wow. They've heard that name here too.
This is the same town, basically.
Well, I suppose Shiranui's legend did travel across the sea to Kamui.
You're assuming that this person isn't part of the village down there.
Oh my
No, I live by myself as a hermit up here, unconnected from anyone.
Unconnected, I feel nothing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Guess it really resonates with the Oina, because they're so spiritual.
You mean Dogule?
Dogule?
They're very Dogule. Issun! It's been quite a while. You're still alive.
How
I see.
disappointing.
Oina shaman, Tuskel. You have an interesting aesthetic, my bro.
Totally.
I ain't ready to kick the bucket yet. I just left on a little trip, that's all.
Well,
Are you saying you're old?
I'm glad to see you safe, I suppose. As you can see, we haven't been so lucky here in Kamui. So lucky as to not kick the bucket. You're not all dead secretly, are you?
That's a little intense.
Right? Since the monsters, we revived.
We're revived.
Thank you. We're revived. I'm like, hang on.
Whoa, dyslexia.
We're revived. Many people have lost their lives. Oh, they are saying that we weren't as lucky to not die. Some of us died.
Yeah, I've heard all about it.
See, we didn't all used to live alone in our houses. We used to have, like, family and relatives, have multiple people around one hearth, and now there's just one person left per household. We've died so bad.
So what's up with those demons coming back?
Hey!
And where the heck is Lika?
Everyone's told you the place to look for Lika. Do you really think that this is the one person who actually knows where she is when nobody else knows? You've been keeping it from the rest of the whole tribe, so where's Lika? I'm not going into that bad forest of doom and stupidness. You just tell me where she is and I'll go get her. She's probably in that forest. God damn it!
I don't wanna...
The demons have shut themselves up in Ijofuji's Wauku Shrine. They're responsible for the fierce blizzard raging throughout Kamui. We're managing to keep some of it at bay thanks to Afun Gate, but when the day comes, Kamui is sure to freeze over completely.
That's because they're a part of the no fun
that
group.
Day, the one, that one that's referred to, but I can't refer to it casually. It's just the day. Hopefully you've talked to somebody else already, or you won't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's not what worries me most, though. Death. I am not afraid of death. Oh, what worries me is how the demons were revived in the first place. Kimu noticed it as well, but just before the demons made their return, a dark force traveled here from the southern land. Yeah, we sent it over, Bork. When we killed a fox pinata, Bork. It's our fault.
It's all of us. Don't worry, it's us.
We both felt an evil energy flowing into Kamui. That's when the demons woke up, as if in response to it. You wear, like, owl effigies to what should be sleeping demons that are now awake. That's interesting. Also, the tails on those owls is off the rails.
Southern land? Oh, she must mean Nippon.
Oh, the shaman is a girl?
I guess so, yeah.
I guess?
Honestly, I like the fact that there's a lot of gender ambiguity.
Yeah.
In other words, she's talking about the return of Orochi, Ammy.
You're suddenly talking to us, Bork? You don't talk to us very often, you know. There have been so many monsters here in Kamui that some people even call it the birthplace of evil. I can't help thinking all this havoc in Nippon has its root in Laochi Lake, the eternally frozen lake at the foot of Ijo Fuji, even when we aren't having the dead of winter, even when it's the bright sunshine of spring and we look like we're just idealistic mountain, paradise, still a solid frozen lake. Okay. I need a dog. I require a dog. This is very important. We must. No. It didn't work. It just fed it away. There we go. Oh, you still have the owl hat. Look at that.
Owl hat.
Look at this. Oh my goodness, I love it. There is a large lake called Laochi at the foot of Izofuni. I will lick your face. I cannot pet you any longer. I think the reason Kamui is called the birthplace of evil is because the Ark of Yamato that resides in a lake, which we consider to be extremely evil, and the source of all evil.
The Ark of Yamato.
Who the hell's this Yamato, and why is their Ark such a source of evil?
It's like the Ark of the Covenant. Anyone from Kamui knows that story, so why the fuck are we telling... I'm fine.
So I've been having a problem with this going, this is where Issun is from. And everybody's explaining either everything or nothing.
And so there's this level of going, your exposition is being exposited to someone who doesn't need to know. You could talk to Ammy about it, but telling Issun, as he's explained, I grew up mucking around right here. I know these things. So why, instead of talking to Ammy or Shiranui, are they specifically telling Issun this thing? And also going, my theory is this thing. Okay, Issun clearly knew this person as a child. Are you saying they never talked about the giant-ass arc that's right there?
It's also really frustrating anyway, just for me, of going Ammy really has no character. Ammy isn't shutting Issun up. This is always Issun going, we already know that thing, or I already know. It's always about Issun, except when apparently it's not.
So we're going to start digging a little bit more into the literary analysis of this game and going, Ammy is not a very distinctive character. She seems to have very few motivations, very few interests, very few investments in things, and largely seems, as she falls asleep in many, conversations, and if you leave her idle for any length of time, disinterested in her entire journey. There's this level of her being very, very passive, and Issun sort of driving the whole thing, even while Ammy does all the work.
Right. Which is really funny, because we understand that Amaterasu is supposed to be basically more of a blank slate for the player, but that seems ridiculous because your character clearly has a very clear level of, you could have motivation for this character. I wonder what the deal is with, honestly, with people going I can't have a character that has their own clear motivations. That would be bullshit. And you're like, why? It'd be easier to write a story from, plus you'd have you'd have a set point to bring your audience in on, and then you could learn from that point what is and isn't important.
Well, and I'd like to argue against the idea of a blank slate anyways, because Ammy clearly has interests where she got, utterly excited about, the whale.
Right?
And where she was completely excited about, oh God, what's the warriors with the store? Susanoo.
Yeah.
Every time Ammy was near Susanoo, there was a lot of tail wagging. So Ammy has opinions, preferences, and interests, up to and including interacting with some of the gods, and the one, when we get the cat, going, we'll batty soon around and be happy and excited and stuff like that. So there's this experience of going, it's like Ammy only has character for comic relief.
Yeah.
Or for little poignant, basically markers of interest in the story, and not other than that.
Well, and then also Ammy got angry at Waka and got angry
that was that kind of thing.
Rao, the made up Rao.
Again, little pieces of flavor text of Ammy will get angry at something and happy about something
when it's really important, basically.
Or not to say when it's really important, just when it's a thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't even seem universally consistent, because some people are assholes and Ammy gets cranky, and other ones, Ammy's just kind of there. And I've gotten angry at Waka, but I also fell asleep when we first met Waka, and a student was like, hey Ammy, are you listening?
Yeah.
And sure, I'll get pissed off and growly at a big, huge boss battle when I'm about to get to it, but not all of them, only a certain level.
Which is really weird.
Anyway.
Anyone from Kamui knows that story.
Which you should know because you have indicated that you know me.
I was about to say, if he goes off into it,
he does.
We have a problem because now, again, we're having a character who lives here talking to another character who lives here for no fucking reason. We're all going in the Samara. Like, some people, like, I've watched, and I've done it before, I've gone into the details sometimes just to make sure that we actually are talking about the same thing. But then usually you jump ahead to some really far, off point.
It's like finding out if you're in the same fandom, and as soon as you know you are, you then jump ahead to bigger things. You don't then go, now let's talk about the base premise of this fandom that we're both clearly in.
Yeah.
So, the reader who's listening to us will know what's going on.
It said that the legendary Iron Ark fell from the heavens.
Wow!
Wow!
Ooh.
That is really pretty.
My grandpa used to tell me that story long, long ago.
And now we're gonna do the base fucking story. You are kidding.
I was like, why would this person who is a shaman and one of the keepers of stories?
And also the person who literally lives near this ark.
And who just told you the basis of it, why would you explain it back to them? So this is a question that I've had that people have been more critical of as our awareness culturally has risen of like how storytelling can work and how character development works and makes sense, is an experience of going, who is telling your story to whomst and why? Though we do like on the side of the ark that there's basically an Orochi snake and your pinata fox and your spider demons. Like all your bad things came from that ark.
Yep, clearly.
All right.
Iron Ark fell from the celestial plane above and sunk into Lauchi Lake.
And so that's a thing to be aware of. Think about who's doing your exposition. We recently watched a really good deconstruction of the problems with RWBY or Ruby,
right?
By H. Bomber Guy,
right?
That actually talked about how most of their exposition is told from one character to another character that makes no sense for them to be having that conversation,
right?
And that it was very disappointing because it feels so stilted and awkward.
Yes, the celestial plane is the land above where gods dwell.
Which is a real basic piece of information if it's like the Christian God exists in a Judeo-Christian like base society, I guess.
The gods are known as celestials.
This sounds like something you'd tell a little kid.
Yeah, the ark that the celestials were on came crashing down to this land.
Is that all of it then? I guess. Whoa.
Hello. It was as if they were being chased by something.
They ran from their realm because it was a nightmare there and came here.
People with head wings.
What they didn't know was that on board with them
sorry.
were countless monsters.
So I was looking for the head wings and I was in the monster side of things and I was like, hang on, where? And then I found it.
Read. One by one they were consumed till all the celestials were dead.
Oh. How would they not know that there were monsters on their boat?
It must have been a really big boat.
That the boat was all of the celestial realm? I guess.
Sounds a little wild.
Whoa.
Once the ark crashed, the monsters disembarked.
Peace!
Yeet! And started ravaging the lands. The world hasn't been safe since.
It's
So
been
this
a
is like a
completely
creation myth. Like
different place. Yeah, this does sound like a creation myth. Interesting.
It said that the monsters still rise from the lake's depths.
And crawl out of the ark.
That must be why they call it the Lake of Demons.
Because the source of all evil is right here. Interesting. So are we literally going to do like a subversion of it, or like basically an interaction with the creation myth where we're going to destroy the source of all evil in the world?
Ooh, we're going to do reverse Pandora's box.
I was going to say we're going to put everything back in the box. That's
Uh-huh.
what I was going to say.
That's about all I know about it.
So you really were just going, well, all I know is this basic stuff. You could tell me more? The owls are adorable and I love them. I do. Their tails got smaller though in this form, which is funny.
Isn't it weird?
I do have one thing to add to that, and that's the story of the one surviving celestial of the Ark. There still are headwings, do not fear. All right, well, that's going to be more story that we're going to do in the next one because we're getting a little long in the timer here.
Yes, so we will get to the next part. But thank you very much, guys, then, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Also, please feel free to share our videos if you're having a good time with us. And at the same time, too, if you'd like to support us, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. I got the links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!